Hello everyone, nubkeks here. Welcome back to Nub Raids. Today I'm on Steveredcat's account and we're going to be diving into 3v3 Arena. Right now he is in Silver 3 and he's looking obviously to push up into Gold for those Romantu missions and to start collecting those really good rewards you can get in Gold from the Bazaar. So it's going to be a pretty interesting one here. Plarium has announced, guys, they have announced that they are going to be expanding 3v3 Arena. I'm recording this on Monday. I think I'm going to publish this on Saturday. Basically, I'm going on holiday, a week's holiday on Friday. So I'm going to be away for a good few days. So I'm setting up some videos in advance. I expect maybe by the time this video goes live, you might have those changes to the tiering system coming in where they're really going to expand the number of players in all of these tiers. So stuff is really going to open up a lot for you guys. And building up good teams, you're going to be able to push up potentially much higher than ever before. But I still expect it to be a pretty big challenge. 3v3 is pretty brutal. Like here we are in Silver 3, and you can see we've got some pretty nasty teams here. Like this team is an Arbiter, a +1 Arbiter with a Warlord and a Hegemon. I don't know what this guy is doing in Silver 3. But, I mean, we look at these other teams, and obviously some people are putting in some meme defenses now for because we have Clan v Clan starting tomorrow when I'm recording this. But, yeah, like, look at this. This is quite nasty. Again, we've got Arbiter with a Warlord and a Leorius. We've got some pretty horrible stuff. Like, this is not easy by any means. Let's dive in. Let's take a look. So, first of all, in terms of our defenses here, what do we have going on? So we're doing like this. We've got Team 1 here. We've got an Arbiter, Leorius with a Torment and a Madame Ceres. Team 2, we've got some good champions. We've got a Kymar, Brogni, a Valkyrie, and a Vogoth. And then Team 3, Lydia, Armbrago. This one's a bit all over the place. Drexthar, and we've got a Rotos. Okay. In terms of stuff overall, I did see a glance at this account already and some of the stuff we've got going on. So, unfortunately, we've got no Sifi, which would obviously be insane. We actually have 2 Rotos. It'd be insane if we had a Sifi, but we don't have that. We've no Duchess either, so some of those top arena champs aren't there, or Hegemon, anything like that. That's okay. I've got a similar problem to you without those top tier revivers. So we do have a Raglan, which is going to be pretty nifty, right? Pretty nifty. So first of all, let's roast your defenses here first up, okay? Let's roast your defenses. So defense number 1, okay, this one is actually pretty good. I'd actually be pretty scared of this defense myself. Leorius is just kind of a pain. The way I would beat this defense, though, I would just simply send in a cleanse team, my speed team with a cleanse. That's going to be the problem with this team, right? Big problem with this team is that your Arbiter might be faster than me, but like these are not going to be fast champions. They're not going to be speed boosting. So even if you beat me with your Arbiter, I could go in with my Arbiter team with, I use the Sky Touch Shaman, but anything like a Cardial, a Riho Bone Spear, anyone that cleanses debuffs and places block debuffs, Sky Touch Shaman is what I would use. Very, very useful, right? I go in, even if you're faster, we can actually check if you're faster after. You go first, but then my Arbiter cuts in. I get frozen by Torment. Sky Touch Shaman cleanses, puts Revive on Death. Cardial does the same thing. And then my team is speed tuned. I would then cut in and I would nuke your team down. I'd kill all of you, of course. Then your Leorius with Unkillable would kill me, but with Revive on Death, I'd pop back up. So I'd be very worried. I think Sky Touch Shaman pretty much hard counters this team, and she's only an epic. So I'd be pretty scared about that. So we could definitely mix that one up. Team number 2. This team doesn't really have much threat. Obviously here we're Brogni and Valkyrie putting the shields on. We don't have a resistance aura or anything like that. I feel like this team's gonna be pretty dodgy too. Like if we just strip the buffs, even if we have like a reasonably slow team that can strip buffs, I feel like you're gonna fall apart. And I'm not too scared because there's not much here that's gonna kill me. Like Brogni's can hit reasonably hard, but not that hard. So I'm not very scared of this team at all. And then Team 3 is, again, very all over the place. I'd probably just nuke this team. Like, Lydia with a resistance aura, there's a good chance the Lydia will resist everything. But I think it's highly unlikely we're going to have much resistance on Iron Brago or Drexthar or Rotos. So, most likely, I can just even send in a reasonably slow speed team and very, very easily just nuke and kill them. I mean, let's take a quick look in terms of how we... Well, don't buy that. No, go away. Go away. Man, it's so sneaky. Freaking Plary. The way they place those buttons. Oh, my God. Oh my god. So if we take a quick look here, in terms of how we built them, we've got Leorius in Savage and Cruel, by the way. So he's coming in. His crit damage is a bit low, but I mean, it's not awful. We can maybe squeeze more out, but he's not terrible. Not terrible. We have, let's see, the Lydia. Okay, so Lydia doesn't even have any resist. Like, there's not really a point in using this Lydia aura if she doesn't have resistance anyway. And she's reasonably tanky, okay-ish accuracy. She's got a lot of speed. That's the main thing. She's got lots of speed. Tormund has good accuracy. Is this Tormund built to do damage? No, so the Tormund isn't built to really do any damage. He's not a damaged Tormund. All right, he's in Swift Parry. Okay. Arbiter. Okay, 319. That's a very slow Arbiter. Let's take a quick look at that as well. So your Arbiter's super slow. That's okay. I guess that's why you're running Tormund with Arbiters. You're losing all your speed races. I'll take a look at that. You're not using Raglan, but your Raglan is fast, and she's in immunity set. So you're not using her on defense. We're going to be using her on defense. She's extremely, extremely good. But like, look at it. Like, okay, we've got a Drexstar here, and again, like this Drexstar, he doesn't have any damage. He doesn't have any damage. So what about the I don't know which Brogni you're using. Neither Brogni has any damage. So I'm just really confused. I'm very, very confused by this third team. This third defense, to me, this doesn't really make sense because he doesn't have any damage. She doesn't have any resistance. Like, you're just surely going to be crowd controlled. I guess you're just relying pretty much on being hard carried by Rotos, I guess. How about Arn Brago? So Arn Brago, he's decent build, nothing special. It's fine. Okay, so this team is pretty much hard carried by a relentless Rotos. Okay, this Rotos looks really good. Wow, he's got 5. Okay, this is a good Rotos. His crit damage is low, but he's got good speed. He's got lots of HP, lots of attack. Yeah, not much crit damage there, but that relentless set, yeah. So I can guarantee this team is pretty much hard carried by this guy. Like, that's pretty brutal. Okay, let's dive in. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do here to switch things up, shall we? Actually, what are we using on attack as well first? So we've got this team here. Okay, we've got Mashaldin this time. Yo, okay, look, this Mashald's actually not bad. He's really fast. His damage is not super high. He's got lots of accuracy. We've got Mashaldin there. There's actually some kill threat with this team. Again, it's very slow. So Lydia comes in. She puts increased speed and decreased defense and weaken. Then Kymar sleeps them. Then Mashal comes and wakes them up. And then Drexstar is just in there to do nothing, basically. Look pretty, I guess. We've got this team. Okay, so this is the same one as your defense. Leorius is behind my head. And then we've got this team, which is a bit random. Shazar. We've got Lord Shazar. Okay. We've got a Deacon Armstrong, 294 speed. We've got our Rotos in here. And then we've got a Vizix, decent accuracy and decent speed. So basically, it's probably speed tuned. The Deacon comes in, pushes turn meter back, decreases defense. Vizix provokes. And then you try to kill with those. It's not terrible, but it's not amazing either. Okay, not amazing either. So let's do this in the defense section because it's easier to tweak stuff around. Oh, first tip as well, of course, is, you know, coming up to a CVC, you can just strip out all of these defenses. We can just strip them all out, and yeah, you can go from there. So, right, just put in one-man defenses, like whatever, commons or something, to drop all your points for easy, quick farming for CVC. Works better at the higher arena tiers, where people are actually active for CVC, because 3v3 arena is pretty much your best renewable resource for CVC. Anyway, let's go in. So we also have Mithrala. So we've got some really, really good PvP champions here. So first of all, we have an Arbiter. And looking on this account, we actually have so many nukers. Like, look at this box right here. We've got 2 Rotos. We've got 2 Trundas. We also have a Leorius. So we're really, really spoiled for choice. Really spoiled for choice in terms of the nukers. It's going to be getting the champions to go around them. That's going to be the tricky thing. Now, an interesting concept when it comes to your 3v3 defense, it was actually Chubfort is one of the players in my clan and the Sin cluster. I was chatting to him about it and he was suggesting this, and it's an interesting idea, is that you can it can be very helpful to actually go for 3 speed teams, like 3 go first teams, or to go for 3 go second teams. Now, it's very intensive in terms of champions. Very intensive. But basically the concept is that what most people will do is what we've got going here, where we've got one good ish speed team, one pretty bad speed team, and then like a I don't even know if you call it a speed team, kind of with Kaimar in the lead, a bad speed team, and then we've got our go second team. That's what most people do, or they might have, you know, a really good speed team, a really good go second team, and then a really dodgy go second team or a really dodgy speed team. You know, we kind of do that because it's easiest with the champions that we have. The problem is that it becomes quite easy to counter those sorts of defenses, right? We just need a team built to counter a speed team. And then we probably have at least one really good team to counter a good go second team. So it's easy to build a counter. Whereas when you come in and someone, let's see if we've got any enemies here that have it set up like this. So this is 3 speed teams, but they're not very good. But when we're only like this is kind of 3 speed teams in a sense, not super fast. Or like this down here, like when you come in and it's like, how do we overcome 3 teams? That's where it can become very intimidating very quickly, where it's like, okay, now I need 3 teams to counter speed teams, or now I need 3 teams to counter go second teams. That can be kind of rough. So that's an interesting idea. I don't know if we have the champions for it, mind you. Let's build up let's build up a more general defense for, like, could we, let's look at this. Could we even do 3 speed teams? So to do a speed team, you really need those auras. So you've got 3 with Shazar as well. So we have 3 really good speed auras, but I don't feel like we've got the champions to back it up, unfortunately. So we're looking for really high... Arbiter does it herself. Then we're looking for really high base speed champions to power this up. So like a Lady Kimmy or Sifis. That sort of stuff would be great. So, for example, pretty much... I could tell you right now, you're close to having the perfect team, which is Rotos. Let's put in someone to stand in for Sifi. Let's put in, like... Godseeker as a stand-in for Sifi, and then Mithrala, and that becomes a really powerful team where you've got the speed aura for your Sifi. So Sifi goes first. Kaimar then can be a bit lower speed, so you can stack accuracy. So Sifi boosts, right? Sifi boosts. Kaimar strips him of accuracy. Mithrala cleanses, and if the other team is somehow faster than a Sifi, which is hard, Mithrala can cleanse and protect your team. And then Rotos starts to nuke them down. Mithrala also gives increased attack for Rotos. It gets pretty crazy, and you can be resetting Rotos' cooldowns. It's hard to kill Sifi. Mithrala protecting Sifi. Rotos is hard to kill. Just a really nasty team. So if you ever get a Sifi, like right there, bam, you've got like you've got a god tier team. Like, it's absolutely disgusting. That is so good. But then it's like, what do we put with the other stuff? So Arbiter on her own is fine. That's pretty much a speed team good to go. We just speed tune something in with it. In terms of Lord Shazar, we don't have much. Again, a Lady Kimmy would be perfect. You could potentially put something like Yoshi, but his base speed's not that high. Then he can try to lock them out. But like another really good speed booster could be something in here. Even even Golden Reaper can work. It doesn't look like we have one, and she's obviously nowhere near as good as Kimmy because she doesn't bring as much at this point in PvP. And because it's like defense, you kind of want to have robust champions. Golden Reaper, very good in offense. Not going to be as good on defense where they can target it specifically. So the speed teams, it's possible. It's possible. Let me do up 3 speed teams. Let me edit it, and we'll come out at the other side. We'll see what we can do. Okay, what I want to do actually, doing a couple of takes on this, trying to figure out exactly what I want to do. What I figure we'll actually do, let's come in here, let's leave one blank space between his teams and our teams, and let's start building up some teams and theorycraft and show you the sort of teams we would build. So first of all, I kind of figured that we probably want to split. Okay, let me actually show you what I would use for Classic, actually. Classic Arena first. Let's go. So if I was fighting in just let me see what you actually use in Classic Arena before I set this up. What I would use for speed farming in Classic. Okay, you've kind of got the core of it there, mostly got the core of it. So yeah, very similar. I just make one champion change to this. I'd make one champion change, which is pretty straightforward, really. So we bring in the Arbiter. I bring in Kaimar instead of Madame Ceres. So Kaimar comes in there. Now, if you are faster than them, if you're confident that you're faster, we put in the Madame Ceres, and then I would use Leorius for sure. If we're not confident that we're faster, because your Arbiter is very slow, you could bring in Torment. That works just fine as well. If we show you the core concept first, which is with Madame Ceres. The idea here is that if we're faster, Arbiter comes in, she boosts our turn meter, gives us increased attack. Then Kymar is our second fastest. We'd want him to have much more accuracy. Kymar comes in and he strips the enemy of buffs and he puts them all to sleep, and then we're just chilling. Now you can actually build Madame Ceres. She's very fast. You can actually leave her be really slow. You can leave her to be really slow. In fact, she only needs to be, you could leave her at 181 speed. Like, you can do that. Leave her at 181. Why would you do that? So you can crank her accuracy as high as possible to ensure that she will get this strip. Then she comes in, strips the enemy, decrease attack, decrease defense, and then Leorius nukes them and kills them pretty much in one shot, especially with the decreased defense from Madame Ceres. You can up her speed more than that. It doesn't really matter because she doesn't do an attack. It's not going to wake them up from Kymar. And the concept with this team, this is the sort of Kymar strategy with a slow nuker, slow strip, slow nuker. The advantage is that because you can run your strip to be slow, because you got Kymar in there as well, it means you can just crank their accuracy up. Because your nuker runs slow, it means that reaction accessories will have fallen off. You've got 2 options, 2 chances to remove Stone Skin. So this is a nice flexible team. And hey, even if they're faster than you, Leorius still can just one-shot them and kill them all. That's possible, right? Leorius is so strong. More damage when his HP goes low. He gives himself unkillable. He can't be CC'd with this on. It's very difficult to deal with Leorius. So you could potentially just kill them anyway. So that's one sort of concept for a team. Now, what I'm actually going to do, we're going to keep Kymar separate because I think we want to run Kymar in a second offense team. I think actually Basher is great here. Obviously, the better version of this team is with, you know, Warlord and Romantu. And that's like the best versions of this. Basically, Basher comes in. Again, he does the same thing. You run him speed tuned after your Arbiter. And then you have him as high accuracy as you can. And that's all he needs. Speed tuned with Arbiter, as much accuracy as possible. He comes in and he locks out the enemy skill. So he forces them to A1, which leaves you in just a very, very safe situation. Then you've got a slow strip person, Madame. Again, she can be slower, just needs to have really high accuracy. So she can remove the buffs and decrease defense, decrease attack. And then Leorius to kill them. And the nice thing about Leorius here is that if they start A1ing Leorius, which he actually has quite a lot of HP here, which is probably bad. You could have his HP be lower, so he actually gets nuked down. And they would, by default, AI target him if they're not manualing. Then Leorius can just get beat up by their A1s. Obviously, he's not in any trouble. And then he just kills them. You could even just run Trunda in this situation as well. That can work too. You just have to be careful that enemies that have nasty A1s or anyone that Basher fails to lock out could be a problem. So I tend to put Leorius in here just because he's so safe with the passive. And this is actually a very scary team. If this team goes first, you're kind of fucked. If this team doesn't go first, you're still terrified of Leorius. So that's a very spooky team. And then, again, to say it again, Warlord is a much better version of Basher, and Romantu would be an upgraded version of Madame Ceres as well, generally speaking. So that's one pretty cool team. One pretty cool team. That means that opens us up for a second offense team with the Kymar. I'll be putting in the Rotos as well. I don't know if that's the good Rotos. Is it? No, this is the bad Rotos. Okay, so we want Rotos. So Kymar and Rotos. So again, we have the speed aura from Kymar, and Kymar can strip their buffs, put them to sleep. So it's a good basis for a fast team. Rotos is in here. The awkward thing is that second speed booster is something we don't really have. We don't really have a second speed booster, so I'm not sure, honestly, how we go around that. Not sure. I'd probably put Mithrala in here. It does get kind of awkward, doesn't it? It gets a little bit awkward. It does get a bit awkward. So, I mean, we could just do something like this. Like, this team would probably work pretty well too. I think this would work pretty well, depending on the gear we have on Raktor Drath. She's got lots of HP. She doesn't have any resistance. That's probably fine. So Mithrala, obviously, when you build her out, she's absolutely absurdly good. Like, disgustingly good. You have her do this first. She's just going to remove all your debuffs. Strengthen and shield makes you so tanky. Increase defense. Hexes that can petrify, which is just insane as well. So difficult team to kill. And the idea here is that Kymar should be fast and he can strip them of buffs. Mithrala protects you. If Mithrala gets hexes on after Kymar has stripped as well, it really messes them up. Rotos to kill them and Raktor Drath to heal you, stay alive. And Raktor, she can revive Rotos with Perfect Veil. and good chunk of turn meter, which is pretty scary too. So it's just difficult to kill this team. Like between Kymar sleeping, boosting turn meter, resetting cooldowns, Mithrala protecting with strengthens and shields, and hexing and all the rest, it becomes very awkward for people to actually deal with that. We could use Raglan would be better. Raglan would be better. I think we might want to use Raglan for a different team though. Let me take a look at this, because I did see we've got not only one Karanor, guys, but we have the Manaya to go with him. She is being leveled up right now. She's level 58. So we have Manaya. This is a really nasty combo. And we actually have somewhere, where is it? We actually have a second Coronar. So you could totally do, for offense, you could totally do some really nasty and cheesy things. So I'm not an expert on these Manaya Coronar teams, but like the core of how it works is absolutely terrifying. Absolutely terrifying, where Manaya gives Coronar a whole bunch of boosts. Basically, his A1 becomes a double hitter that depletes turn meter, and the double hitter, he also counterattacks every time he's hit, right? So you just have a really tanky Coronar, and we put him in a stun set, right? Stun set, because he's going to be AoEing twice. He doesn't need accuracy to land the stun, and you just lock them down completely. Then Manaya's coming in. She's not booked right now, but she does big heals. She can give people block debuffs. She does more heals on her A1, so you've got plenty of healing right there. Then we could put in Rector, honestly, in this team. That could actually totally work. You could put in Raglan here. This becomes, again, really obnoxious, where Raglan keeps cleansing the debuffs and healing them up, and Coronar locking them down. And then you could even just put in the other Coronar. Like, honestly, you could just go double Coronar, and that becomes quite a horrible team to deal with. You'd bring in block buffs, would probably do the job, but it's just a pain. It's just a pain to get through this team. Is simply the way it works. And we could put in that Raglan, and that's like a pretty annoying team. It's gonna be very good on offense, super cheesy team on offense when you know what you are up against. This would actually be a good one as well for to put her in. This becomes really annoying, like super annoying. I think we get a bit of a speed aura from Anaya. So you want to double check this. You could double check this, and you could figure out exactly how to build this, exactly what to do. Yeah, I mean, you could put in a Lydia aura as well. If you had Lydia with more resistance, that could work. And we could like replace that second Coronar with like a Lydia aura. That might work well. Especially with like a high resistance Raglan or something that can revive with full turn meter. There's definitely options there. Yeah, there's definitely options. I kind of like the idea. I kind of like the idea of Raglan. So I'd probably go something like this, actually. Something like this, because Raglan is an immunity. Hopefully she should be pretty tanky. The immunity will protect her. She can cleanse everyone. Manaya can heal them up. And then you've got these two Coronars just spamming those A1s. They counterattack every single time. They don't even need necessarily to take a turn. It just becomes a real pain in the butt to deal with. Pretty cool, actually. So, I mean, we've got some really good teams. In fact, we've even got a bunch of champions we haven't used here, like the Tormen, all the rest. Like, we've got so many options. I think that super cheesy anti-speed team, I use this. I've done videos on it. Lord Shazar, put him with a Yoshi, put him with a Tormen, and then you can put them with someone to strip. I see Rian the Conjurer actually works well. So I run a team like this. This team works pretty well as an anti-speed team. Like someone with double speed boosters, because Torment can freeze them. Yoshi cuts in, can fear them, and give you increased accuracy. Then that increased accuracy lets Lord Shazar actually land his bombs, and then he can blow people up. Rian strips their buffs, so it makes sure that Lord Shazar doesn't have any, like there's no block debuffs. Shazar can go through them. Yeah, this actually works pretty well. The weaken ups the damage of the bombs too. So this can work well. I would say this Shazar's got pretty low attack and pretty low accuracy. So we'd want to look at his gear to switch that up. And obviously Yoshi needs to be really fast for this to work. But this is a team that can work. I actually run my Shazar in Stone Skin so that he never dies until he does his moves, or pretty much doesn't die till he does his moves. So it gives you some kind of cool options there. So we've got some pretty funky teams here. I can't believe we haven't used Trunda, which is just crazy to me. We haven't actually put in the Trunda yet. But I'm not sure where we would need to put her in. Like, Leorius is better, in my opinion, especially here, where we don't have hard CC. We just have the lockout of skills. I think Leorius is better. Yeah, and then I think Rotos is better here. He's more likely to survive. Yeah, I think Rotos is probably better because he can take that hit and start popping off and start sort of carrying you there. I think that's probably worth it. Obviously, with these teams where we don't have that speed booster, like because we don't have a Sifi or a Kimmy to really get this team running, like make sure we actually jump in with Kaimar, so we might be outsped. We would probably want to be looking into reaction accessories. Are going to be a pretty big deal if we have any of those. Same thing with this team, reaction accessories, and any go second team kind of makes or breaks it. So lots of different team options there. Guys, let me know what you would think, but I'd say these team options are considerably better than what we've going on here. Let's take a quick look at gearing. Hopefully inspired you with a whole bunch of different ideas. So first of all, like our Arbiter's really slow. Why is Arb so slow? 2 rolls and a 5-star is pretty bad. 1 roll and a 6-star. This is a good piece. 2 rolls and a 6-star. Like that's something to get us started. 2 rolls and a 6-star, something to get us started here. 2 rolls and a 5-star. At least we got speed boots. You can obviously farm 6-star speed boots in campaign. And then for the banner, for her banner, 2 rolls in speed. Yeah, that's it. Is this the fastest we have? It might be. You can just use the Hell Hades optimizer to do this as well. So if we look at not main stat speed, just substat speed. So we really do want Arbiter to be as fast as possible. I mean, right there. I don't know. Do you have stuff speeching? Like, there's 330 speed right there. Even this weapon is faster. Like, Doom Priest has a faster weapon. Because this is 6-star, so you can glyph this up to +8. I don't know. Is my head in the way? My head might be in the way. It probably is in the way, but this is 6-star. You can glyph that up to +8. So it's a pretty big deal. Like that one's slow. I mean, I guess we're using... I'm not sure which champs we're using where. Eris with this, you might need that for Clan Boss. But again, that's glyphable to be faster. So we have a lot of stuff. Kaimar's got a faster weapon. Again, unglyphed. So we've got tons of weapons. We've got a weapon here with 2 rolls in speed that just doesn't have any glyphs on it that no one's using. So we've got way faster stuff. But this triple roll on Brogni, I mean, throw that. Let's see how fast you can actually go. You're faster than me on this account, I think. We've got 2 rolls, 6-star. So this helmet here is 1 faster. Don't remember what she has on right now. It's only 1 faster. That might be just glyphs. Do we have anything that's like 2 rolls? Or 3 rolls, I wonder? There's 2 rolls. This one, like this one right here, again, no one's wearing this, and it's 3 faster. So let's put that on. There we go. I mean, no one's even wearing the thing. And it's faster. So take some care looking at your gear. That's the main takeaway. Check your gear and see. For 5 stars, we'd want triple rolls or better. So yeah, we're definitely lacking in that. But I mean, again, we've got a really good 5-star bit here. I can see, for example, that Kaimar, he's got a 14 speed helmet. We've got a frickin' Reliquary Tender with 18 speed on her helmet. Like, we can upgrade Kaimar as well. Like, we can easily crank this stuff. We do have a Golden Reaper too. So that's something you could potentially build for a speed booster. Yeah. In terms of let's just go through this because this is absurd at this point. So Demitha is actually, her shield is the same speed. So this shield, I think we need 2 rolls or better of speed. We probably don't have that. We'll see. So this shield, I think, might be 1 speed faster on its roll. So this shield might be slightly better. Obviously, it needs the glyphs, but I think 16 base speed is faster, right? I think than what I think she has a 15. I could be wrong. But just check how the speed rolls have gone. Yeah, so it looks like that our shield isn't close to the fastest. This one is equally fast, but obviously this has more potential with glyphs. But you've got again a 3 triple roll speed shield there. It's only 5-star, but triple roll, pretty much equal to a 2 roll. And yeah, so okay. But the shield is reasonable in terms of gloves. So we're looking for, again, gloves with... I think we have triple roll gloves here. Again, these gloves are better as well that Brogni has. These are way better. Double roll of speed, but you can glyph that up an extra 4. I guess these are unglyphed too. Maybe your gloves... never mind. These are actually 6-star gloves, so maybe you're fine. Here we've got 1 more speed just straight up from Sandlash, so that's an upgrade right there. Yeah, we lose a bunch of defense, but in terms of speed... It's a double roll, 18, so I mean, that's faster. Demitha's gloves are... Okay, they're crit damage. And that's probably for clan boss. But yeah, so we're not far off there. In terms of chest plate, that's 1 speed slower. So, I mean, again, this is an attack chest, though. But this is unglyphed. You get an extra 8 speed off that. That's going to push you faster again. So there we go. Again, I know it's bad substats, but it's faster, which is what we care about. This Kymar chest piece is glyphed. Same speed, but glyphed. Brogny's one. I was hoping that Brogny would have a super fast one. This one from Demitha. She might be speed tuned for clan boss, but this is also really good. I doubt Demitha needs accuracy. So, I mean, for example, you could even take this off of Demitha and give Demitha the attack percentage chest, you know? And then we might have others here. I don't know. But, yeah, I mean, like, just like that, we've gone from 319 up to 334. Sorry, 333. So that's not bad. You put glyphs on, and it's going to get better. Let's just double check the banners. Okay. What do we have in terms of speed banners? So right here, you've got a 6-star legendary with speed. Got another 6-star legendary with speed. So you should roll both those up and see. This one rolled badly. Okay. But yeah, again, 6-star with speed. So roll these all up. Roll these all up. At least to level 8, and then see if they go into speed. Then roll them higher. So we've got some lingering that we can roll up and get better. This one, 2 rolls into speed. That's really good. She might need that again for a clan boss team. So I would prioritize the clan boss team, and then that's slower. Yeah, but you've got several shields that You've got several banners that could roll to be faster. So roll them up and see. But there you go. Like boom. Yeah, her stats are worse generally, but that speed, you want to go first. That's the main thing. And she's going to be way faster. So right there you go. It might break some of those teams, but at least it gets you going. Let me see. What do we have for a clan boss? We've already used it. Steveredcat. So we're actually not even using Demitha for that. Maybe you're building a Demitha team. Maybe you're building one. I don't know. Again, I would switch this up. I wouldn't run Fane and Draco. I think you could get like a Demitha in there or something, and you could get a better unkillable. Guess it's a budget unkillable. Fane and Draco sort of do the same thing. I don't know. You could definitely look into that. I'm not an expert on clan boss teams. I actually saw on your battle log, your teams are kind of winning on defense, which is hilarious to me. I'm not sure how. I'm not sure how people lose to this. It's bizarre. Like, it's got to be just hard carried by Rotos. But, you know, like looking at this team, it's like, yeah, we've got lots of defense, but we've got no resistance. We've got no speed. You know, it's just so easy to just nuke this team or crowd control this team and blow them up and kill them. This team here, again, you've got no real win condition. So it's going in and it's developing some of those win conditions. So if we were to switch this up, let's switch this up real fast. So we could come in and put in some of these teams. So that Madame Ceres in there. Then we have our fast, high accuracy Basher in there. That's pretty good. This one, we're going to have our Rotos. We put in Mithrala to protect. And let's hypothetically say we put in that... let's put in that Rectored Wrath then. So we've got the Cleanse, we've got Revives, we've got Rotos to kill. That's pretty spooky. Then this team over here, we could go again because we don't have like another super fast team. Like we could do. I would double check this one. This is the one I'm least certain about because I've never used either of these champs. But we put in that Manaya. We put her in with that Coronar, and like this is pretty spooky already. And then we slap in that Raglan as well, and this gets pretty scary. Or we could even put in Leorius down there. That's pretty freaking terrifying, actually. And we put your best Trunda here, and like this looks like a defense that I would not attack, right? Because I look at this one, I go, okay, pretty scary speed race. That's pretty rough. If they win the speed race, I need a ton of resistance. Otherwise, I'm kind of screwed. Pretty spooky. It's doable, but it's pretty spooky. This team is probably even scarier in a sense. Difficult to kill. Rotos can pop off and wipe people out. And this team looks like it could be pretty fast. Like, we don't know how fast Kymar is. This Kymar could be really fast. We just don't know. And then this team, they look a bit slower, but you need to bring in very specific counters to not get wiped out, because Leorius is a big problem. Coronar with Manaya is a big problem. Not a great speed aura, of course, but, you know, you sort of get the idea. You get the gist. I would probably do something like this. So there you go. Hopefully some insights there. Guys, let me know what you think. Do you have any ideas, any suggestions? I'm just really a noob like yourselves, hopefully. Maybe. Like you guys, what I'm trying to say is you guys could easily know more than me about 3v3. I'm trying to learn as well, but these are some of the things that I would consider and I'd be looking for. You guys might definitely have some better team comp suggestions. But yeah, I would just be going in with like a win. Going in with a game plan to win, mixing up these teams so that we've got more going on there. I didn't even include Torment in that defense. You could put in the Torment. But yeah, just figuring out some of that stuff, min-maxing a bit more. Guys, thanks for watching. I hope it was interesting. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.